Hello, everybody. My name is Alba Garcia, and I'm here to talk about how to survive as an artist. There's always often that I have this question about when I'm throughout my life about how when I'm getting very creative and I want to start creating, taking my sketchbook or going to my computer to my software to create animations or putting all my puppets together, and there's a whole planning behind it. Uh, I want to just dive in into the creation aspect of my art, whatever it is. If it's a sculpture, an animated animation, or a story I'm writing, and I'm using Final Draft, for example. But there is always that issue that I have a lot of things to do before I reach that moment of zen. As a parent, I have a daughter in her senior year next year for high school. I um I'm thinking, okay, I have all this creativity going on. I am ready to dive in, but then I have all the things that I had to do, my to-do list, which is I need to clean the house. I need to go to the doctor. I need to prepare for the next day because I have a 9 to 5 job as well. Um, so there are all these responsibilities that I have to uh, complete them, finish them correctly. I have to eat. My family have to eat, for example, and I need to make sure my creativity doesn't go to a waste, or I have to put it at the end of the to-do list because other things have more priorities. And sometimes as an artist is survival versus creativity, and which of the two are gonna drive the day, for example, in my case. So I just needed to see how can I help others in every walk of life, um, on how to deal with this. For example, my daughter also, she's an artist, and she has her homework to do, and she has to go to school. And sometimes, as I did too when I was her age, instead of doing the classwork at the class, I started doodling my ideas while I'm listening to the class or something. But that's not the correct way to do it. You need to focus your enthusiasm and dedicate an hour or two to just being creative. During the day, when you're doing all the priorities that you have to do to survive, jot down all the things, all the ideas in a little notepad. And then when the time that you have assigned to create is there, look at the pad and start writing, sketching, animating, whatever you need to do. Sometimes when you are getting an idea is when you're doing a priority thing. For example, oh, you are going to work and you have an hour at the train station, in the train, for example, and you have to work, but you have that hour that you are not at work yet. Start creating and sketching right there in the actual bus or the train or whatever. uh, it helps to live in New York. It helps to have the train, our train, so you can so you can actually pause, you can create, or you can think about what you're gonna do next during that hour time, or maybe you can meditate. Sometimes I go to sleep, but that's what you need to. We need to find a balance. We need to find a balance in our daily life as human beings, because first off, we are human beings. We have relationships with our parents, our siblings, our friends, and we have to have that one-on-one connection with yourself, so you can so you can be creative and try to to find a way of not killing your creativity, your sense of self as an artist, because surviving and balancing is a very hard thing to do. And I get it. I mean, we all been there. Also, one of the things that I wanted to talk also is about the things that I am planning to do. For example, for this series, this is my first live, but I'm gonna post it later so people can see um, what are the topics that we're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk and the content. Today, I'm gonna release a new, my third episode of the Heart to Heart, Artist to Artist series, and I'm gonna do a little preview now. But I just wanted to show you some things that I've been working. For example, the last 8 years we've been working on a stop motion animation film called Dangerously Ever After, and this film is based on this award-winning picture book. And as you can see, the colors, the character design, it looks very much like a. I imagine it as a stop motion film, and that's how we did it. So we took this. I made the first draft for the screenplay. Then I talked to Dashka, and we make sure the screenplay was on point. And then we recorded the voices for the film. And I the next 18 months after that initial call, we started creating the characters, creating the environments. About 10 sets, about 7 dresses, 7 wigs, because this character has a lot of wigs and dresses. And the other two, the two cats. Then it took us, initially we were thinking about 2 years to be done with the film, but it took us 8 years because, as you will see, in festivals for now, because right now we're doing a festival run, what you will see is that it looks kind of like a Leica or Armand kind of film because it's the look, and it's very polished and professional because it has that cinematic look, and the colors, everything, the animation itself is very fluid. We did some groundbreaking strategies and that we did with stop motion. For example, animated the characters and then adding the 3D face with a motion capture of the movement into the 3D face after the whole animation of the puppets in set were done. So the post production took us 3 years alone, and that's saying a lot. So basically, this we have a lot of innovation in this short film that I can't wait to show you. It's amazing. I'm gonna probably reshare the trailer for the film, so you see that, so you can feel the puppet's personality and everything. But also, we I wanted to show you, some of the designs here, and I have some props that before we show you the third episode. The third episode will be about more in depth on how the puppets look, how the puppets move, how the wigs, the everything. It will be in the third episode, so you can actually see it. It's a little bit long. It's about 5 to 8 to 10 minutes, but it's worth it because you can see how we created these props and puppets. So the picture book is just incredible. Look at that. We have to create an armor dress that you are going to see in the third episode coming up in an hour. Uh, a lot of friends, we did the sets here. We did a lot of the props, the mold making for characters, the sculpting of the bodies and everything. But for this film, we have Nathan from, he worked at Quartz Bride from Double Exposure, and he created the armature wire for these puppets. So basically, the boy and the girl have the same armature. It's very, very, very thin, very expressive in itself. I really enjoy it. Uh, so basically, these are the mushrooms. I have we made some mushrooms here, but then we have other friends from all over the world asking us, can we help? I'm a paper engineer, so we have this person doing Anna from England doing all these 500 roses made out of paper, for example. Then we have Marika. Marika did mushrooms. She did a lot of miniature props that I'm going to show later on in other episodes. But the next episode, we're going to talk about puppets, the cats, the main characters, and you're going to be able to see them there. And we're going to talk a little bit about the costumes too. Uh, like I said, this puppet, this way, this puppet had many, many, many costumes and hairstyles. It's the most beautiful thing that you ever see. So I'm very excited that you're going to be able to see that in the film. And we recreated these plants as well. So that will be in the third episode, which is coming up when? In an hour. So yes, that's uh that's more or less the book, what the book is about. It's about a dangerous princess that meets this amazing charming prince, and they are having she has this dangerous personality, and he is very charming and very gentle in nature. So they are completely, they break their stereotypes of being a boy or a girl. And now that we have to open our horizons and our understanding in gender equality and gender diversity, and we, with the pronouns that we have to learn now in different parts of the world, there are different uh, ways of pronouns. In I think it's in, I'm not sure, but hey, we are open in, in my worldview as an artist, as a human being. There's diversity in everything, and I believe that that's beautiful. Diversity is beautiful. Being yourself is beautiful. So we need to find ways to incorporate our beauty and put it together and be better human beings for the planet and for ourselves as community. One of the things that I really want to show is a dress that a friend of mine did for the film that was not in the book that I just showed you, but that we needed for one part of the film when the character is actually jumping. And this act of jumping in stop motion is, it has to look real. It has to look like it's moving up and down. So this is the dress. I'm going to show you. Ta-bam. The dress, as you can see, is made. It has a little, some of the beads work, and I really love this top. You can see it's very well finished, because let me show you. Over here, there is a wire armature inside between this fabric and this fabric over here. So there's a wire armature in every petal, because it's supposed to be like a rose petal. And when the character is up in the air, boop, so you can actually mold the dress. So it's jumping. So when it's jump, jump. And when it goes down, you can animate little by little the dress like that. See, and then whenever it's going down, you go like that, and you make it more obvious that she's the air is going that way, and that way, and it goes like that, right? So hard for the camera, but that's what I mean, that you can manipulate the dress in a way that, yeah, is like that. See, like a starfish, but then it's go up and down depending on the movement. But I found it very fascinating, and I wanted to show you this before anything else. So yeah, that's it. That's the dress. But also I wanted to show you one. one of the characters that I wanted to show you later. But we did replacement faces, and we created a 3D printer in house, so we could do this 3D printing for the film. And this is the cat, one of the principal characters. Well, not the principal characters, but as a mascot, as a the pet of the main character. This is one of the most expressive ones. So this is the armature, wire armature, and is cast in silicone. As you can see, we have this part here is a wire armature that we can manipulate at any time when we are animating the tail. Then we have replacement faces, and only happens when I have to be live, right? Yeah, okay. So this is the actual faceplate, and we have magnets that align to the magnets right here, so we can take out the face. We have many different faceplates for these characters, and this character, like you can see, this is one of the costumes for the. But there's another costume that I wanted to show you because it's so cute. This was molded it was in metal, and we have to we use the same technique that the people in the medieval times used to make the armor. So that was the same. We heated the metal, we banged the metal, and yeah, we did everything in there. We use a ribbon, and we made this part here. But let me see how I can show you. Yeah, the paint job of the character, and the eyes are done separately, so we can add it in the actual. See if you can. Oops, you see that? You see the character's eyes here. Yeah, that's it. So this is some of the things that you're going to see in the actual video. The next video, which is my third episode in the series, and I can't wait to see you guys there, or I can't wait to see. I'm looking forward for the comments that you're gonna do over there. Um, Maybe people want to. This is, like I said, this is my first live stream. I never done live stream before, so I'm educating myself at the same time that I'm trying to show you some of my work, right? um I just I had to laugh because this is my first time. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to keep it cool and just see what is gonna happen. But this is the first one. So the next one, I'm gonna have more time to invite you over and to tell you a scheduled date and time, so we can communicate. I can answer questions, especially about being an artist, and tips on how to have uh, a better life as an artist, because I know depression is another issue that I'm gonna tackle in one of my episodes. Um, uh, Also, again, looping back to the beginning of the video about surviving versus creating. Sometimes, if you have a little time, it's better that if you have that inspiration, just dive in and just be creative and let everything in, out of your brain into the paper, out of your brain into the clay, out of your brain animating, because you're going to lose it. You don't want to lose that drive. You really want to maintain that 100% um, uh, inspiration. And when you don't have that inspiration, it would be great if you can go for see a movie that you want to see, go play a video game that make you happy. The other day I was playing Mario Kart, and that just gave me so much happiness and joy because it reminded me of my childhood. Um, and also go to the park, listen to the birds, listen to, look look at the lagoon. If you have a lagoon nearby, a lake or something, just sit there, look at the waves in the water, skip some rocks on it or whatever, write a poem. There's a lot of things that I have done too that sometimes, and believe me, this helps. Just sleep, just sleep it up. In sometimes in my dreams the best ideas come along and I am able to grab them, and when I wake up I just jot it down. I have one of these in my next to me in my table, in my lamp, under the lamp, and I start jotting down ideas, or right in my phone. I start writing that in the phone, in my to-do list, because those are tools. The phone is a tool, to jot down every idea you have. Um, Music is very much in the healing zone as well, and it's very inspiring. I would say I put my rock and roll music, my 1980s one. Meditation, I reserve it just to sleep or when I really want to wind down after a very tough day. Um, but yes, just never stop being creative and try to find that balance between work and surviving and being an artist, because one of the things that we want to not have is a depression. Going through a depression, it will take away all your creativity. You really need to tame that survival instinct. Sometimes you need to, just relax and say, I need 2 minutes to be creative. Um, and then you continue your day. But that's how we have to think about the stuff. That we need to be very serious about you as an artist. You have to feed that artist. You have to go to a museum and check it out. Uh, you have to go to a Broadway show and check the acting, because as an animator, in my case, I need to know about everything. I'm an actor also, I'm an animator, I'm a writer, I'm a filmmaker, director, sculptor, illustrator, because as an artist you want to learn the whole scope, because you're just one, but you can there in an artwork there are layers. To draw in a canvas, to draw, to paint in a canvas, or to draw in a sketch of paper, or to animate in something, everything starts here and everything continues in paper, writing it, and after that everything has a story, and that's where you have to focus on that story. Okay, this is the most important part. And right now i I think this is a good preview before we release the Kraken or release the third episode that I am very excited with, and about. And so far, I I still don't have a lot of participants because this is my first video. People don't really know that that I was about uh, to do this today, but it's good that I am learning the process. So I'm gonna end the stream now, but it was great talking to you, showing you stuff, and talking about life, surviving, and creativity, and how to maintain that flame of the artistic flame within us.